Like, you know it's a hot mess of a segment when we're the ones to try and bring this back in, Rich.
Yeah. You know, these things happen. It all kind of went to pot, didn't it, really? It's disappointing.
I mean, it was very unique. It was very different.
I didn't know mine had an animal. Does mine have cats?
I
You might
don't
have a
know.
cat.
I don't. You know
Doesn't he
what?
has a dog? Doesn't strike me as a dog person.
No, I don't know. I hope he has something weird like a ferret. You know what I mean? Just something a little out there.
Obscure.
Hamster.
Chinchilla.
Hamsters on there. Yeah, little chinchilla. Yeah.
They are cute.
I mean, I don't know how to really follow on from that stunning segment, but what we do have is a beautiful map.
DA's position. I know that they're separated, so you have various other issues that you can probably get through, but certainly being locked in there is not somewhere you want to be. Circle. Let's see where we'll go.
Oh, these have been brutal, haven't they? So, teams who've committed to the coast are probably happy. Your Tempest made it across pretty well, so they've actually come out pretty good in this. EIQ, not this time. That's revenge. T-Bone there, finding the nade, and you've got to be careful. If you poke the hornet's nest.
Just down below, both of these teams in a bit of a predicament should they run forward. Initial contact made. Now the information's there. There is a team lingering upside at the hill. Now, if you remember, do have... Oh, Mexi, kill feed. M24 from Wookie Bookie, a marksman who can hit sniper bullets. Instant response there from Navi, which suggests to TSM now that they are spread and they have multiple angles. You do have this ditch area below where Navi is. It's a new addition. One of the trenches.
Is dead.
They can kind of play with should things get a bit feisty, so to speak, but so does TSM because that runs parallel alongside him. Mexi's been forgotten about. It's come in and clear him out, and now this is Tempest just slowly but surely working their way up, taking position from teams and basically just taking residency on X compounds that were hot.
No, it's really good for Tempest. Keep in mind that they got kind of pushed away from Milta. They might have to deal with Unity a little late game. Don't forget about them. They are actually on the Eastern Bridge coming over, so that could be something in the background. Look at this approach, though. I actually quite like that Vazku is that detached if he can play smart and not get picked up, just because it provides them so much more room to kind of close in. Now, beyond that, Haiku's going to be playing on this little hillside. They're kind of sharing a bit with Tornado Energy here. This is Novik. Lovely shots. Very, very nice towards T-Bone. So definitely quenching any sort of thirst Omicron might have had. And Na'Vi, I want to see how they play this. They're coming in on a very hot side northeast, and it looks like they're swinging towards the west instead. Gonna be probably coming up towards red zone, raise your edge, and maybe DA if they continue far enough that way, which looks like the case here. Beyond that, though, as said, there isn't that much room available, so these teams are going to start losing out on players simply because they can't all slot into a normal position. This should play out a little bit hard.
Holds Entropic dead to right, so they can extend their arm outwards and shoot the backside of Elegantum, but never mind. Because Vazku and Omicron, they can do it just right. Ghostar hits the deck and goes for the res. Gaxi gets spotted and pushed back. They will be able to see this res through, but really for both of these teams, it's, yeah, it's time to move or time to die.
Yeah, the problem is you got to look at who's kind of holding the back lines. And, you know, EIQ holding the very far back set, right? They're the ones who already have the foot in the circle and they can take the fight. TSM tried to disengage, but pounds available down towards the southwest. Unity having to go across the bridge. They've made it, though, which is good for them. I don't know how aware Tempest are. Wookie Bookie is keeping an eye on this, so if he's managed to spot them out, the call will be made. Omicron, while falling back, it looked like they did catch off one, and they're going to have to push this. Gemty pushing further closer. That's going to be surely a confirmed kill. No, how's he alive? Novik holding the side, going to stop Gemty from pushing up on that, going to force him away a touch. And now Novik has to keep all the teammates safe, because it looks like Omicron decided to take a bit of a fight on that. They've kind of fallen back to being quite aggressive. Now, while that's happened, Doubles managed to flush Vex, which is quite a surprise, and TSM getting a lot of attention here.
Yeah, they opted just to try and bomb in on the vehicles and go towards the little shack. However, on the outskirts, Raise Your Edge were playing it. This is the new side of Pachinki, where you get the full ditches that you can send it within and just hold it down. Really, no, just bounced off the side. Oh, is it inside? If you get some molly inside there, they're in all kinds of trouble, but it's going to be difficult. Speaking of difficulty, the run will be made. by Unity, and it's actually surprisingly not Tempest to find them, but instead it's Adepts.
Yeah, now he's going to kick off. The Northeast is really coming to a head. Raise Your Edge is still there, but they're being picked apart by TSM. Omicron have crashed towards... who is it they've gone in towards? EIQ. There was a couple of players there, but they've managed to kind of get past them. Novik's gone down. I think Double's still alive, but he was detached from the group. TSM battle here with Raise Your Edge in the trenches. They managed to find at least two. The flush towards Shiv. Nice take from them. That's actually not a bad spot. Yes, they can be seen, which is the problem, but if they can hunker down and hold that, it's not the end of the world. DA hold on the other side, very strong compound, well, not even compound, but hill, should I say. And we're seeing Na'Vi being kind of gate kept here. They have Kemba and Senya ahead, so maybe those two can pave the path for Vestilosh to come through this sort of side and maybe get to safety in the new circle. He might have to get a heal off pretty soon. Yeah, there it goes. Now, ETG, you got Tempest, Adepts, Unity. Oh no, Unity in a boat? What is going on? I guess they could pull up on the eastern side. There is a way up those rocks, I'm pretty sure. Kind of weird though, not what I expected to be seeing. And Tornado Energy probably in a really remainder, just going to be playing this one cool, calm, and collected. You don't want to be making noise here.
Keep an eye on that kill feed, 'cause I think the last, or Robert last player of Unity may be going down. Yep, this is because of the boat scenario that you talked about, Lauren. The two players that spotted him from Redline zoomed in, scoped in, they saw, then they passed the information to Ibis and Mav, who then pushed on the rocks to where the boat was making landfall. Sets the last man standing for Unity to try and bring something back. Liquid holding on for dear life. Again, James is there for the revives. Him and Ibby are still alive together in this two little small area for now. Best of option code now. They've got to do something. They've got to do something huge here. I'm surprised Sixmo did not go down. That's what, 2 HP in a dream?
Yeah, I think Senya's a little surprised he didn't go down either. He's probably pretty gutted at that. Gonna have to fall back to the nade, try and keep that hill into control. It's done well enough to force him off the angle. Buy a couple of seconds for maybe a revive to come in, but even saying that, no, it doesn't look like it does. Kemba gets flushed and Smash almost follows it up so perfectly. Senya just can't seem to get this kill. He's doing everything he can to just keep his team alive, keep the others back, but look at him. Battered and broken, the vest is ruined, the helmet's looking no good. Adepts in all kinds of danger as well. They're down to, I think, just Noki here maybe, unless he can get this revive. As Specialist is back on his feet, he's going to try and run around there. Shift maybe a little bit way up, maybe try and find DA, but DA... I mean, they're biding time, right? They're costing them so much valuable time on this. The revives have come in for Adept, so they're back on their feet, but one nade could do so much. You've seen that in the kill feed. Example does claim 2. Nice points going forward for him.
All of Red Zone first to make it there, especially when they're so close to him. This fight needs to go down before any kind of movement's made. Noki, final person to fall for Adept. He won't survive for too much longer because he's only got a tree to work with. Senya, this ongoing battle with Matrelius finally ends in him losing his life, and it's Bestalock. The last man standing for Na'Vi, and he's a big player to put down. He's been putting in some serious numbers, but with how exposed his backside is, he might be in a little bit of danger of getting killed for a different team here.
Yeah, and with him being the last man alive, let's look towards the south side of this map with El Giganton. You've got Redline, you've got Tempest, you've got Tornado Energy, Omicron. They're all diving in on these kills in the south. That's over by the yellows and kind of the cliffs that run around from that side. This is Red Zone up on the hill, very close to DA. They're on the other side. They're on the south side of the hill from DA, eyeing up Liquid in the fields. Now, Ibby is in, but the rest of Liquid are not. So Jeems, and I think it's K-Mind who's still alive. I'm not 100% sure. Are pretty off in the field, and they're not actually safe, and Tempest could keep them out of this. Now, beyond that eastern side, Omicron, they're getting attention from TSM, ETG, EIQ. They're getting a lot of fights going on, and the remainder of Raise Your Edge diving in. I think that's Nailup trying to get something achieved for himself. But again, he's out in the middle of nowhere. So Redline, working their way forward. There's a lot of fights right nearby. This is in the south, way near the blue, and that circle's going to make it hurt very soon. Knork is thrown down, the flush on 1. Entropic has been eliminated in 15th. Some of these teams holding on by the finest of margins. 1 HP for Marv. Trying to get some meds, trying to get something. Ibby's been eliminated as well, so that's not looking good for Liquid. They have to find a new approach here. While all this happens, it's not looking good at all. Jeems and K-Mine better get into the matter as Tempest are holding them back. Unity's player Set is still holding in the south. Vard's been found. TSM not making it out of those trenches, it looks like. Omicron going to hold them accountable for their play coming through. As Redline is eliminated in 12th, and I think TSM might have just fallen foul as well in 11th. They have. DA trying to disengage. They lost out on a good few.
Tempest still with this engagement up against Team Liquid. If they get this, they'll be laughing because they'll control the entirety of the South. Unity and Last Man Standing said he's been creeping and crawling for quite some time now, but you still got 2 players from Liquid there, K-Mind and Ibby. They can work together and take this one out. That'll be a big scalp to claim in this game for the simple fact of the land grab. They will game from that. Excuse me, it's not Ibiza, it's actually Jeems. Jeems further afield than K-Mine, disconnected across the road.
Hooky booky.
Move to a different
Right
place
there
on the map. Oh, this is... Oh, gosh, it's just got a multitude of different fights going on. It's kind of hard to bop and weave between them both as Liquid do fall to Tempest. Magister also getting involved there. So at least get the cleanups for both for Tempest. They will take the points, but they've got the hard run.
Towards red zone, which could be a little bit scary. You don't want to go towards the red zone in a vehicle. That's always sounding bad, but pulling up on the foot of the hill, but already Clib's been lost towards ETG. DA have gone down. Metralius, the last man standing, was right next to Clib, so maybe that's a bit of a cursed position. Tommel being called off by red zone. This readjust has not gone well, trying to create some sort of cover for themselves. It's cost them most of their lives here.
It's not good by any means, but it was the best of a bad scenario. Hit the rock with the vehicles, use that for cover. Pixel will blow it up now, so he can just keep control of it. He knows Tornado Energy have to work towards him, given their position is now outside of the circle. Omicron, it's just time and time again. How their performance so far is phenomenal. They are constantly in somehow. Get rid of ETG below them.
Oh,
This could be another game.
Pixel. It could be. Remember, they were over there with, ELG, there was TSM, Raise Your Edge. They were all over in that crazy area. Quizzy, that's a very ambitious spray with a 416. Not going to happen. And Mackendart going to punish all day of the week. Pixel's burning alive. Don't know if he's going to be able to survive this one. Tries to move away. An example makes one of him. Put to bed. Tornado Energy control the South for now. Red Zone might look their way pretty soon. Good pick from Page there, punishing Markov. That was a bit of a return frag, I'm pretty sure. Page to get picked up by, I think it was a car, potentially. I'm not too sure. But he did get picked by an old Bolty. So you've got to be a bit careful peeking these ridge lines, but that's going to help out. Now, Red Zone overexposed and undergeared in that regard. They don't have the smokes to create the safety, and Omicron just starting popping off now. It's time to start clearing this up. Gemdy trying to hold the north side and got everyone focused towards the center. And there, they've cleaned out ETG. That's them eliminated in 5th. And you're going to see Red Zone, I think, just being losing their last man too. Yes, so we're down to 3 teams.
As you mentioned, by focusing quite a lot onto Nail-Up, they've given up that ground. They don't have track of where these Tornado Energy players are. Thankfully, he's gone, and now they can reconciliate themselves into the middle of the circle. Get together, find the players, call them out, work them down one by one. Even if it beats Page staying down here and staying down low, completely disconnected from the rest of the team, it may help because it gives them another angle, another avenue to be able to get behind them.
I like T-Bone's
Page
position.
spotted. And,
I really like that.
yeah.
Yeah, he's mirroring what Example's doing. They're keeping the ground safe. Gemty towards Eliag. You highlighted it well. Now, Vasquez been picked up, so that does open up an opportunity, but there's an instant trade. All of this is tradable. Example does take down T-Bone, but they know exactly where he is now. And he's going to have to go big. 10 kills for Tornado Energy. We said that compound was really strong. You said at the start they were in a good position. But now can they close out even stronger? Example has to pull off the 1v2. Gemty and Page against him. He's going on the big flank. He's going around the world. Gemty and Page, I don't know how aware they are of this. Now, let's see. Quizzy's going to maybe find the info on this one. He might have just found that. So here we go. 6 times. Mini. Bit of health. Good vest. Good helm. Position noted, though. Can he exploit a 1v2? Does have 3 smokes and a molly to play with.
I suppose he's benefiting his bonus that he does have central point compared to them. They have to do the work and they have to come to him.
I think if it's ever going to happen, it's because that plateau plays to his favor, potentially. It kind of peaks out there. But again, I don't know what utility he has, and they're getting very close here. They are getting closer and closer. Example's going to be here in these steps pretty darn soon. They still have Molly smokes on Omicron. And there's the first peak. No clean 1v1. That's a headshot right back at him, and now they're going to push it. Page going to get the ground, going to push up as well. Gemty pushing from the left side. You got them holding that center point. And there's the shut.